what Indian politicians are calling a victory for India, though 2 Italian Marines charged with murder of 2 fishermen have now returned to India. They will not be arrested or given the death penalty. Foreign Minister Salman Khurshid, in a statement in Parliament, said that this was an assurance given to the Italian government. He said the death penalty was not applicable since this was not a rarest of rare case. The Marines are being escorted to Italy by Deputy Foreign Minister of the country. Sources say there is a possibility that the Marines could serve their prison term in Italy. There is an agreement between the 2 countries on transfer of prisoners.
We had no deal anywhere. We had no deal in Geneva. We had no deal in Colombo. We had no deal whatsoever in Rome, and we had certainly no deal in Delhi. Despite enormous pressure from both from the professional end, enormous pressure in terms of public opinion, enormous pressure in terms of political inputs that we were getting, we didn't close the channel of communication.
The combined effort of the opposition working unitedly to persuade the government to carry on its diplomacy seems to have worked. And at the same time, we would say that it gives us a great sense of pride that the tough stand taken by the Supreme Court, the highest court of the land, also had an impact.
So if the government's diplomacy succeeds, if the opposition wishes to claim credit, I have no objection, but ultimately it is the government's diplomacy which has succeeded, isn't it? People know it's the government which takes diplomatic efforts.
They have to come to India and face the trial before the Indian law and Indian judiciary system. We are very thankful to the Prime Minister and also the Government of India, who took very strong steps. They did everything for this thing, so we are very thankful to them. There was no deal. See, the Indian judiciary system is very clear. There is no such provision in the Indian judiciary.
Let's get the latest with Priyanka Dubey, who's been following that story closely from the international airport in New Delhi. Priyanka, they have landed from here. Where are they headed?
Well, after mounting pressure from the international community, the Italian Marines have finally landed in India. What we do know is that they have headed straight to the Italian embassy from the Terminal 3 of the Indira Gandhi International Airport. Now, it has been a really long and confusing wait for the Indian press since morning. People have been waiting here so far, but one thing which has become very clear is that both the Italian embassy and the MEA have been extremely tight-lipped about this case so far. They refuse to answer the questions from the press and tell them the exact timings or the whereabouts of the Italian Marines. There had been delays for their landing time since afternoon. Finally, we have gotten to know that the Italian Marines have landed, and along with the Deputy Foreign Minister of Italy, and they are now straightly headed to the Italian embassy, where there is a press conference scheduled for later. But as the pattern has been in this case so far, Karma, it seems that even after the Italian Marines have landed in India, to get them is going to be a bit of a chase.
Right, but as far as police is concerned or the judiciary is concerned, what would be the next step, Priyanka?
We had heard reports about how the Italian Marines, after landing in India, will have to straight away go to the Chanakyapuri police station, and they had been given time till 12 midnight today, before which they had to go and go to the police station and declare that they had really arrived in India. But what we are getting to know right now is that they're straight headed for the Italian embassy. So there is a possibility that they would first go to the embassy and later on go to the police station, or there is also a possibility that just someone else, not the Marines, could just go to the police station and inform that the Italian Marines have landed in India. There, of course, will be the case, of course, will carry on, but we do know now that the Italian Marines cannot be arrested as of now. They will be staying at the Italian embassy.